will show I am greatest chef in the world!
Theme.
Welcome to my home. My name is Marinette.
欢迎来到我的家。我的名字叫马里内特。
Using a translator app instead of asking your fluent mother to teach you the phrase is a terrible idea. I think we all know how inaccurate these apps can be. Tiki glitches through Marinette's jacket. This is certainly possible given the Kwame's magic, but was probably not an intentional decision made by the animators.
欢迎来到我的家。我的名字叫马里内特。啊，这可真差劲！啊，这可真差劲！啊，这可。
What did I tell you? Just be grateful you're not using Duolingo. Duo probably would have threatened to do unspeakable things to that man. Where are Marinette's parents? Also, why didn't Marinette go to the airport to pick him up? Traveling in a foreign country is extremely difficult, and it's rude to expect him to do it by himself when he has family living here that can help him.
No, wait.
I can't explain it exactly, but the audio changes whenever Marinette attempts to speak Mandarin. Maybe it's a voice effect, maybe it's a different voice actor. Either way, it's a sin.
Just hang tight.
Thank you. You're amazing. What solution?
Marinette keeps talking even while the line busy tone plays, which doesn't even play for cell phones anymore, but that's not the point.
Where's Alia?
If only I knew what this said, but alas, translating text on screen is just impossible. What was that? You're saying anime has been doing that for years? Well, dang it.
I mean, seriously, does your great uncle really expect to win the contest with a soup? It's not even a main dish. Please! Doesn't he know how to make sushi like everyone else?
Sure, make the white girl a racist. In all seriousness, soup can definitely be a main course. It all depends on what you put in it. Chloe clearly has no idea what she's talking about.
Well, I despise soup.
Soup is such a broad category that this statement makes no sense. That's like saying you don't like ice cream just because you ate pecan ice cream once and thought it tasted weird.
Didn't you know? I'm on the jury. Your uncle will not be getting my vote, for sure.
Chloe making brazen statements like this before she's even tasted the food should immediately get her disqualified as a judge for her extreme bias alone. Not only that, why on earth is she a judge in the first place? For a competition that's meant to decide who the world's greatest chef is, I don't think anybody cares what a random teenager thinks. Chang Sifu cuts these vegetables so well they lose most of their mass in the process.
Let's see if the other judges enjoy your uncle's soup after this, Marinette Dupen Chang.
She just threw an entire bottle in there. How on earth does she expect to get away with this? This hand is going to haunt my nightmares.
As usual, our panel of gourmets is made up of Andre Bourgeois, his daughter Chloe, pop rock star Jagged Stone, there's the divine head chef of this very hotel, Marlena Cesar, yours truly, Alex!
Also, I mentioned this earlier, but this is a terrible panel of judges. I assure you, if my mayor, his daughter, and some random local TV show host were to attempt to do a Top Chef kind of competition, I would not care, and neither would anybody else. I understand Jagged Stone and Mrs. Cesar, but not the rest. And of course, whoever portioned out the soup didn't notice the entire bottle and fish skeleton floating in there, and Chang Sifu didn't think to taste it again before serving it. This competition is a train wreck.
Seeing as it seems pretty unappetizing, maybe I'll pass on the tasting, but I'll still give it a 0.
Imagine if Gordon Ramsay did this. I can see the other judges don't like it, so I'm not even going to try to taste it, but still give you a 0. This entire competition is a joke.
I'm sorry, Chang Sifu, but I'm giving you a 0 too, which brings your score to 0.8 out of 10, the lowest so far.
Alec is apparently really good at math. That's a sin because I had to use a calculator to make sure he was right, and that's a minute of my time I'll never get back.
Marinette was right. It was evil act by that brat.
Chang Sifu takes one look at this bottle of olive oil and knows Chloe is the one who sabotaged his soup, which is pretty impressive, especially seeing as she didn't touch that particular bottle at all.
Cut off all exits!
I know it's literally magic, but there is no way these 2 containers hold enough caramel to cover this entire building.
It might taste good, but it's totally indestructible. Looks like we're trapped inside.
Once again, Adrian, the holder of the Miraculous of Destruction, says something is indestructible after putting forth minimal effort to destroy said object. One more time and it might become a cliche. What is up with the transformation music in this season? They are so indecisive.
Cat Noir?
Ladybug.
Oh wow, would you look at that. Just like in Horrificator, we have a building that is completely sealed off from the outside world, and yet Ladybug and Cat Noir somehow find their way inside. It's almost as if they were already inside the building to begin with, because if they weren't, they would have gone directly to the roof instead of taking the long route through the building. Are you bored of me sitting the same thing over and over again? Because trust me, I am too.
Who are those two?
Cameras see this, but somehow miss the two heroes transforming, because in Paris, even the cameras are blind. Or, I guess, the magical floating dumplings are blind. Never thought I'd say that sentence.
That's not very rock and roll of you, Jagged Stone.
Rock is one thing, soup is another. When I'm done with you, you'll be nothing but minced meat.
What a missed opportunity for a rhyme. Rock is one thing, soup is another. When I'm done, you'll be crying for your mother. Okay, maybe I'm not a poet, but the point still stands.
You! Do me justice!
Yes, master.
If the others are just gonna stand there, why not send them all? Cat Noir conjures a staff from thin air and leaves the original on his back. I thought the power of multiplication was the mouse's thing.
I bet you don't know how to do this.
Really, Ladybug?
Why would... I guess even mind control can't erase Bourgeois' stupidity.
My hair is ruined! Do you know how long it took to style it this morning?
A, your hair looks the exact same as it always does, and B, it is just a ponytail. Stop pretending like that took you any amount of effort.
That won't be a problem soon.
Why does he have to wait to add Chloe into the soup? Sure, later he says he's waiting for the right temperature, but I think it's just because boiling someone alive is too dark for a kid's cartoon, so they have to wait until Ladybug and Cat Noir can show up. Cowards.
Watch the spectacular demonstration of the famous 1,000 flying cakes!
Alec is clickbait incarnate. There are 0 cakes in this room, and even if he's referring to his cheese bombs, there aren't 1,000 of those either.
Our guests seem to have a few tricks up their sleeves, but how will they fare against the blinding, stinky cheese bombs?
Gosh dang it, Alec. The rhyme was right there and you ruined it.
Ow, she's right. This cheese really does sting your eyes.
I like how Cat Noir and Alec do literally nothing while all of this is happening. I think the animators believe that once a character is off screen, they cease to exist. You had all the time in the world to dodge that. Didn't anyone ever tell you to take the stairs in the case of an emergency? The stairs are right there, and yet they continue to use the elevator. Hurry, Kung Fu, cut the elevator cable. I like to see them try to escape that situation. Cat Noir's staff isn't sharp, so how does it sever this rope?
Seriously? Still making soup? I told you I hate soup. You think the jury is going to approve of this?
Didn't your father kick you off the jury?
Friendly reminder that Chloe's actions were not just some childish prank. Ruining Chang Sifu's reputation in such a public manner very well could have put him out of work and rendered him destitute. Not to mention the fact that tampering with food is a serious crime, especially putting foreign objects into it. Chloe almost ruined a man's life just because she doesn't like his niece. Getting kicked off a jury she shouldn't have been a part of in the first place is not an appropriate punishment. All in all, this sin can be summed up in one word: Chloe.
No problem, Marinette. Don't worry, it's horrible to lose face in China.
Utterly ridiculous.
You have eaten my soup. You become my servants.
Japanese people make
Cheese bombs!
Chloe, Chang Sifu is Chinese.
My great uncle is the best chef in the world. His soup is legendary.
Oh no, you're wrong.
Fatality.